Brazilian football has always been famous for producing magicians on the pitch. Players who can dribble, create, and score in ways the world can hardly imagine. But if there's one thing Brazil has lacked for years, it's a true midfield controller. A deep-lying playmaker. A football brain who can dictate the tempo of the game, organize possession, and unlock defenses with vision rather than just flair. Many have come, many have tried, and many have faded. But today a new name is rising into that role, Douglas Luiz. Yes, Douglas Luiz. The player who, after years of ups and downs, may finally give Brazil the missing puzzle piece it has searched for since the mid-1990s. Could he be the man to transform the Seleção under Carlo Ancelotti? Let's take a closer look. For years, Douglas Luiz's career has been a story of potential interrupted. At Aston Villa, he showed glimpses of brilliance. His ability to recycle possession, shield the defense, and occasionally strike from distance made him one of the Premier League's most underrated midfielders. Yet even then, he couldn't cement himself as Brazil's first-choice midfielder. The call-ups came, but not consistently. The faith was there, but never absolute. Then came the move to Juventus. On paper, it looked like the perfect step up, a bigger club, a bigger stage. But reality was far tougher. Serie A is a league known for its tactical discipline and physical demands. At Juventus, Douglas struggled to adapt fully, with injuries keeping him sidelined during crucial stretches. The player who once looked ready to explode into stardom was suddenly drifting, fighting for both form and fitness. And yet, rumors never stopped swirling. For months, speculation linked Douglas Luiz with a Premier League return. Fans of Brazil especially hoped for this. Why? Because everyone remembered how good he looked in England. In a fast-paced, high-intensity Premier League, Douglas thrived. And now, at long last, those hopes have become reality. Douglas Luiz has completed a move to Nottingham Forest. Will Nottingham Forest win trophies before the World Cup? Probably not. But that's not the point. What matters is that Douglas Luiz has the chance to rediscover the form he showed at Aston Villa. If he can regain that sharpness, that composure, that control, it could be a game-changer for Ancelotti's Brazil. For years, the Seleção has lacked a true, deep-lying playmaker, a role that has been vacant since the days of Dunga in 1994. Let's go back for a moment. Brazil's football identity has always been built on Jogo Bonito, the beautiful game. Samba rhythms on the pitch, dazzling attacks, pure creativity. But in 1994, something changed. Dunga, a defensive-minded leader, shifted Brazil toward a more pragmatic, defensive style. It brought results, sure, but it also killed some of that Samba soul. Brazil's midfield became more about steel than silk, more about stopping opponents than creating beauty. Later, under Coach Tite, Brazil finally saw a glimpse of balance again. A young talent named Arthur Melo was supposed to be the answer. He looked calm, composed, and full of potential. Alongside Maestro, Arthur dominated midfields and even helped Brazil lift the Copa America, ending a long trophy drought. For a while, it seemed like Brazil had found their new deep-lying playmaker. But the dream collapsed. Expectations grew too heavy. Injuries piled up. Slowly, Arthur faded from the scene, both for Brazil and in club football. One moment, he was the golden hope. The next, he was gone. Maestro, for all his quality, could not carry the midfield burden alone. And so the cycle of searching continued. Now, eyes turn to Douglas Luiz. Why does he matter so much? Because a true midfield controller can completely reshape a team. Just look at modern football. When Toni Kroos steps away from Real Madrid, the team feels his absence immediately. When Marco Verratti or Vitinha are missing from PSG, their control suffers. When Pedri is out for Barcelona, the rhythm disappears. And when Rodri is absent from Manchester City, Pep Guardiola's entire system looks vulnerable. That is the value of a deep-lying playmaker. That is the role Douglas Luiz could fill for Brazil. Of course, there are no guarantees. Nottingham Forest is not Aston Villa. It will be a challenge for Douglas to adapt quickly, earn his place, and deliver at a high level week after week. But if he does, if he can channel his Premier League form once again, then Carlo Ancelotti may finally have the midfield general he has been waiting for. Brazil does not lack attacking firepower. From Vinicius Jr. to Rodrigo, from Neymar, when fit, to Richarlison, the front line is stacked with talent. What Brazil has lacked is balance, structure, control. Douglas Luiz could provide that. He could be the silent architect behind the attacking samba orchestra, the man who keeps the rhythm flowing. So the question remains, is Douglas Luiz truly the answer? Can he succeed where Arthur failed? Can he give Brazil the midfield identity it has lacked for decades? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. If Douglas finds his form again, Brazil will be far more dangerous heading into the next World Cup. Stay tuned, because this could be the start of something very big for the Seleção.